Hey, welcome to the ND on NBC Podcast. I'm your host, Coy Robinson, joined by Jason Garrett this week. We got a huge game, USC under the lights at home. So what in the world are you thinking about right now, Jason Garrett, heading into this game?
Well, for Notre Dame, you and I have talked about this before. Practice well, clean the slate from the last few weeks, get the emotions under check, and get ready to go play your best game. And for them, it's about playing the game they want to play. It's a physical style of football. It's running the football. It's controlling the ball. It's taking advantage of some big plays. Sam Hartman to the receivers in the play action game. And then defensively, do whatever they can to just simply contain Caleb Williams. He's going to make a lot of plays. We know that, but somehow contain him and make them earn it. Keeping him in the pocket will be a critical part of this game. Not letting him make plays out in space will be big for the Irish.
I'm walking around New York, Coach, and I can't tell you the amount of people who are just devastated recently. And the one question I get over and over again is, what happened to Notre Dame's offense? So I got to ask you, what in the world happened over the past couple of weeks? It's almost unrecognizable.
Yeah, it certainly was unrecognizable last week against Louisville. And, Louisville, to me, beat Notre Dame to the punch a little bit. Some guys on Notre Dame's offensive line who typically are as solid as can be, Louisville got after them. And again, they have to reestablish that physical dominance of the offensive line. And I think everything else on their team stems from there. When they run the ball, the play action game comes alive, the receivers get one-on-one coverage, all of that. And that helps your defense too. One of the best ways to stop Caleb Williams is have him standing on the sidelines next to Lincoln Riley, and he can't make plays over there. So if you can control the ball, which fits into what Notre Dame does. If Notre Dame was a high-flying outfit and four wides, throw it every down, do all that, you would say, okay, I get that, but that doesn't really fit. This fits Notre Dame. It fits Notre Dame to be a physical team, run the football, and control the game that way. And I think that's what they've lost here the last couple of weeks, and they certainly have to get it back.
So let's just talk history for a second. I know you're a big history guy, football. Think about USC, Notre Dame. What does this rivalry mean to you? I know on Football Night in America, you guys were playing around with the tush push on that one game. I heard that on the broadcast. You got the push game. So many classic games. What does this storied rivalry mean to you?
Yeah, you said it. It's a storied rivalry. And, one of the things that I think makes rivalries great is the players who played the game. We were doing the Cowboys 49ers game the other night on football night. And you look at the old clips, it's Deion Sanders, it's Michael Irvin, it's Jerry Rice, it's Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, Steve Young. You go on and on and on. It's like Hall of Famer, Hall of Famer, Hall of Famer, Hall of Famer. And when you think about Notre Dame and playing USC, it's really the same thing. You think about the amazing players and coaches who have been involved in this game forever. Go back, I'm sure to the 60s and the 70s. And you think about, guys like Ronnie Lott and Joe Montana and all these guys played in these games. And then the more recent history, the amazing stuff with Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart and Brady Quinn and some of these amazing players that have played in both programs. So the games are always exciting. I'll give you a quick little story. We're going to have some people come to the game, because everybody was excited. Oh, yeah, we get tickets. And I talked to the people at NBC. They're like, that's a hard one. So it's been a struggle for everybody. And it's easy to see why. The history and tradition. And then, obviously, Caleb Williams this year, he's one of the greatest players in USC's history. When the Heisman Trophy has a chance to win it again. And then, the players that Notre Dame has as well. So it's going to be a fun night. It's been a fun night, a fun rivalry for a long time between these two great programs.
Yeah, hopefully we can bounce back from that Louisville loss. And upcoming up next, we actually have a defensive lineman, Javonte Jean-Baptiste, who's been able to really kind of spur some things on the defensive line. I can't wait to hear what he thinks about this rivalry and trying to do what Coach Jason said, contain Caleb Williams. That's a hard
It's a tough task.